Hey guys, welcome back to Higurashi Chapter 1. Yeah, Colonel Sanders. Of course, that's right up her rally. I understand her wanting to take home Satoko Onika-chan, but I can't understand the Colonel Sanders. What's so good about that four-eyed geezer? Probably the better hear from Mina, don't you think? She'll probably just say it because it's just so cute, though. Does Mina have to go to the construction site to hunt treasure? Every now and then she says she's going to have a look. But a girl her age moves around garbage as well. If Rena enjoys it, then I think it's fine. What were they doing over there? Damn construction. It had been begging me since yesterday, like an itch I couldn't scratch. It was against a long time ago. Yeah, we all got together and fought against it. And an ominous word like fought. Come from Rena Chen's mouth startled me. That's right. It was unbelievable. They said Hinamizawa would be sunk into the reservoir and had no say in the matter, so I'm only able to hear here because the protest seceded. I'm sorry, I didn't keep you, did I? My deepest apologies, Kichi-san. It took me a while to powder my nose. Satoko, wait, to use the can until you really have to go. Okay, it's a little easier since it shoots right out. Eek, eek, how do you speak that way to a man of unparalleled beauty such as myself? Who was she calling a maiden? If Satoko really wasn't maiden, she wouldn't have reacted like that. The usual hijinks ensued. Now then. Yeah, she don't look so bad. I mean, I highly prefer her new one, but, she sticks her stomach out really weird, and her arm on the right looks like it's bent on properly. Whatever. Now then, gentlemen, in accordance with the rules of our society, I bring a point to discussion. Kichi Meibarakan wishes to be included as a member in our activities. What you say? Rena has no objection. Oh ho ho. I wonder if the likes of this peasant is up to the task. Me and Satoko both approve. The three that Mion had queried voiced their approval. And a unanimous decision. Congratulations, Kichi Meibarakan. I present you the honor of being allowed to take the entrance exam for our club. So from the beginning, I don't say I would join. What club is this? What our club does, you see, in order to cope with our complicated society, we perform various activities under different sets of rules. Sometimes they are in our favor, and sometimes they work against you. I'm pretty weak, so I prefer if you don't single me out. Let's try to get along. You're so naive, Rena. The law of the jungle is survival of the fittest. This was starting to sound a bit sketchy, so what kind of club was it? To sum it up, it's a club where we play games together. Ch.1 was the only one to answer my question with their pertinent response. So basically this club put Mion's hobby of collecting games to use. But playing the various games that Mion had hoarded every day. It seemed that depending on the day, there were prizes for the winner or penalty for the person who finished in last place. I'll make this clear right now, we aren't playing house here. You should treat each other, you should treat each win and loss as if your life depends on it, alright? What's wrong with just having fun? Don't make it sound so crazy. The first rule of our society, aim only for the first place. Going at half-ass just because it's a game is not allowed. Rule number 2 of our society, for that reason you are obligated to make all possible efforts. The way Satoko said it, it sounded like she was saying use any means necessary. Of course, I'll do my best too. I'm pretty weak, but I'm trying my best. I knew what they were trying to say. In a game where everybody is aiming for the top, it is rather unsportsmanlike to play just for fun. Alright, then I too will go all out. With that, I'm finally ready for the rite of the initiation, my baptism into the club. A word of warning, Ki-chan. Rena could get pretty nasty. This initiation looks like it's going to be rough. Yeah. Neon began finishing around in the student lockers in the back of their room. They have the games here at school. Well, it's a club equipment, so I guess it's fine. A couple of kid games will put Ch.1 at disadvantage. So today we'll play a game that you should be familiar with. How about a center card game? Like Old Bachelor? Alright, let's do this. Can't really get into it unless there's a penalty. This time the loser will be sitting just having their face drawn on. What do you think? Whoa. It won't be oil-based paint, right? Oil-based face paint with oil-based paint. This is perfect. That is perfect. So took what cheered out the idea, huh? She didn't even flinch at the thought of such a severe penalty. It seemed like she was ready to go. This could be like this. I can't lose either. Then I'll just cut the deck and start dealing. Old Bachelor is pretty much the same as Old Maiden. There's only one difference. There's no Joker. In its place, one card is pulled out at the start, meaning there will be one card without a match left over at the end. You don't know which card will end up being the Joker. It's a pretty thrilling game. I'll take out the card now. I took out one card and left her face down on the table. Everybody stared at the card intently. Well, it'll be pretty obvious in the end game. No way to tell at the start. But the rest of them were very serious. They didn't seem as relaxed as I was. They compared their cards to the one face down, all while gauging each other's reactions. It was as if they could see what the face down card was. No, it couldn't be. The deck is pretty worn out. No way can anyone tell what the scratches what the card on the table is. Remember the second rule of our society. Ch.1 was try his hardest to win as well. And now the cards are quite unique. Ch.1 should be able to remember that pretty quickly. She said that so matter-of-factly. Suits me fine. Don't think a little thing like that could be your crutch. I laughed out angrily, but it was rather obvious I was at a disadvantage. After all, they'd gone so far as to memorize the wear and tear for each individual card. This was a simple game of Old Bachelor, if this was a test, and they were playing with the answer sheet in front of them. Bring it. I'll take advantage of your carelessness and beat you at your own game. That baseless confidence will be soon crushed. How about I tell you your aim starting from the right? 3, 4, 9, Jack, Queen, Org. By the way, Bachelor's a Jack of Diamonds. I could tell what they are even if we switch them around. I am out. Erg. I thought I was prepared for this to be brutal, just overwhelming. The demons, you're all demons. You're not a demon, are you? So sorry, Kichi-kun. This is the 3 of Hearts, isn't it? I'm out. Wahaha. Now in hand of mercy. We're not even Vika-chan. This is club activities weren't to be trifled with. And luminous of this club would definitely survive in the cruelest of situations. If our entire class sets up the ending collar strapped to their necks, they would drop into a death match on a deserted island. These guys would probably take it to the fish take it to it like fish to water. Okay. Now I picture the joys they hunt down each of their classmates. It's the lowest point system. The order itself dictates the points. Whoever has the lowest point total wins. Since Kichi finished last, he has 5 points. There's already a 5 marked out on my scoreboard. I think it's unfair to Kichi if they don't use a new deck. It's fine. Kichi is a man after all. He could turn the tables even if the odds are stacked against him, right? It's fitting for a lowly peasant to scamper home and soak their pillow in tears, don't you think? Every beaten hand laid on top of my head, which was trembling with uncontainable frustration. It was Rika-chan's. Keep on fighting, yeah. Thanks to Rika-chan's words of encouragement, I was able to calm down. You need to be calm, especially when you're cornered. That was the power I couldn't muster during this crisis. Think clearly, Kichimabera. Take your time and look at the cards carefully. It's just as Rina said, each card has its own distinct markings that made them stand out. Memorizing them should become pretty simple. Think about what you can do in this situation and try everything in your power to improve your chances of victory. Well, great Kichikan, just like that. I cover the uniquely marked cards with my hands, or other cards, arrange them in such a way that they couldn't be seen. The one with the ripped corner should be the 5, and I'm out. I couldn't let any of those precious things slip by me. All information is a weapon. Then it was my turn. So I took a fan out her cards for me. You see, I went to 7. Is it the one? I wonder about that. You won't know unless you take it. There was a bit of dismay in her expression, like she doesn't even want to take in that kind of expression. I won't let that momentary laugh slip by me. I know. It's this wand. Got it. 7 of spades. The chair will ring out. Oh, what is this? The 7 should be the hardest one of all to tell apart. It was as if memorizing the market into a slight changes in expressions. I was looking at the card were enough. Can't hide it from me, Ki-chan. This mark means it's the 2 of diamonds. What? She started by her own misread. Of course everyone else was too. Whoa, it's rare that means you can use a card wrong. No, Ki-chan, could it be you? They told them apart by different marks. The mark was a nail scratch, so I put a new one on it. Are you saying he discusses the 2 of diamonds? What an impressive show of wit. Kichi-kan landed a clean hit. Clap, clap, clap. That's great, Kichi-kan. That was an incredible match, you know. Getting defeated the Forerunner Meow at brilliant battle left me ecstatic. But the total points was already set in stone. That Meow would win and I would finish last. I left half-heartedly, whatever. Oh, man, I skipped it. I'm sorry, guys. Well, I'm going to end up the loser, but I'm satisfied with 1 not being Meow at the end. Well, that should be the proverbial slap into the face of Mian, who was at the top already ensured victory. Even if Ki-chan gets first place this round, he'll still in that last place overall. Don't you hate that? Of course I do. Let's have a duel. 1 chance. If you win, then we'll swap first and last place. How about it? You up for it? She fell for it, and she was very upset. That wouldn't be possible without guilding her into it. Okay, 1 chance, you say. Let me hear the rules. Man, discarded 2 cards from her hand and replaced one with the Joker card that was on the table, and then she shuffled the resulting hand behind her back. The card on my right or the card on my left. Ki-chan guess will change. Joker's in, and he wins. When you turn around just now, you didn't pull the Joker, did you? If you lose, I'll show you the card in the other hand. That okay? I think Galton nervously at this with the turn of events. Alright, you got it. Meow grasped one of the card in her hand. I thrust them out at me. First, I need to inspect them closely. The card in my right hand had distinguishable marks. I couldn't tell which one it was. Which one I wanted to Ki-chan, be careful. Yeah, of course, it's my chest for a big comeback. Looking closer at the card on the left, I saw a little wear. It was the one I had seen before. Nah, that card is. And with that, but Sokoto slipped by me. Man, I clucked her tongue. I didn't recognize the spell number that I memorized. I didn't know what the left card was, but I could tell Soko's reaction that the card already appeared during the game. She said it already appeared before. I meant that it definitely wasn't the Joker. Oh, Ki-chan thinks it's the one on the right. Will you choose that one then? Will you? The card left definitely was the Joker. If I could trust a theory, then I should have been able to clear the card to the right was the Joker. Even without me taunting, the one on the right was the most suspicious. But was it a bit too rash to say, based solely on Stoko's reaction? More carefully, I remember now. That market left card, no doubt about it, the 7 of the clubs. It's the 7 clubs I see. I've won. The card on the left was the 7 of the clubs, so that meant the card on the right was the Joker. Then I just put my hand, touched the right card, I froze. I was most from you. There was a way one was amongst the onlookers at the sudden halt right before I confirmed the cards with Joker. Huh? What could Kichi-san possibly be saying? I mean, the left one is... Shh. Neither one of the Joker. Oh, what makes you so certain that the right one is the Joker keychain? Mian let loose and unexpected the question. Everyone else was baffled. I don't know what the card on the right could be, but I know the one on the left is the Seven of Clubs. Then, does that leave the right hand as the one as the Joker? One of them has to be the Joker, right? Yeah, one of those is Joker, right? Kishi has good intuition. Huh? Rika-chan, what do you mean by... So basically, the Seven of Clubs, I discarded that by matching it. So took a Seven of Spades earlier. I think once I take stuff to discard a pile at the same time. The truth that matter couldn't be discerned from the sloppy pile. So that means, I bucketed one of the discarded cards and aligned it over to the left card, and that means, I see, I get it. This left card is being disguised as the Seven of Clubs, right? It was the first time since the start of the match that a shadow ran across Meow's expression, and I didn't let that slip by. Then with the grand force, it declared it loudly. Joker's left one. It was an intense moment. That 1 second felt like an eternity for everyone there. Breaking that silence, the first one to speak was Mion. Being the first person of this club, everyone is a variety of performances, Ki-chan. Yours is the best. The best of the best of the best. That was probably the greatest compliment Mion could give. Mion accepted her defeat, dropping the cards from both hands. My comeback victory. Rika-chan placed her hand on my head and began patting it, congratulating me on my victory. Huh? Rika-chan is took a gave it as if they had seen a ghost. What is it, Rika-chan? That's why I cheated everything, alright? This was fair and square. Rika only pat someone on the head to console them. I almost mean enough. At the moment, Rina let a small shriek. Ki-chan, this is how it was. No, Ki-chan, I thought you'd read into it that far. Everyone froze. No, it was just me. It was a gamble. If you had just jumped to the conclusion like, oh, Brett, then I would have lost. It was answer anyone was certain about. Me, I picked up the card from the losing hand. They knew she took pride in this loss. She turned it around. It was the card that proclaimed the victor of this duel. The card under the center of clubs. Unbelievable. It was a two of diamonds. It was a setup behind the setup. If I just picked the right one without reading so deeply into it. I was so lucky as the club president to accept Kikachime Bear's membership into our club. As I slipped onto my knees and dazed, everybody let out a round of applause for the excellent effort I gave despite my defeat. Nice. The match is now over. Today's victor is Mion Sonozaki, and our exiled loser is Kichime Beara. Everyone made a commotion, applauding cheerfully. I felt I was bested, but I was so soundly beaten that it unexpectedly felt rather refreshing. When Mi-chan pulled that little chick behind her back, I got excited thinking she's going to do it again. When Kichi-san stopped him before touching the correct card, I thought he fell for it. He fell for it quite handily, huh? Hey, wait. All the men from the stern still got so excited so earnestly. Everyone got excited to make it more fun. You're all demons, you monsters. Now then, Kichi-chan, it's time for your penalty. Since it's your first day participating, I'll go easy, okay? It'll be a problem if you refuse to come to school. The other three members held down my arms and shoulders firmly. Hermione approached, licking her lips. Her right hand went to pull something out of her pocket. As I felt it, marker, and it's large and oil-based. Okay, here we go. She took the cap off the marker and brought it slowly up to my face while I immobilized. No. I let out my death throes. Higurashi when they cry. Oh, it was okay. Well, I think my sneeze. Oh, I am sorry, guys. I couldn't get it. Wouldn't load fast enough for me to pause it. I hurt my head a little. Okay, so we've been playing this for about 20 minutes. Okay. As soon as the club activities were finished, Rena flew off. Probably so she could dig out that cute Colonel Sanders that she wasn't able to take home yesterday. So today it was just Mian and me walking home together, rather rare occurrence. A mountain of treasure, huh? The guy throwing it away probably never thought in the wildest dreams that Rena would be grateful to them. The mountain of treasure, meaning that damn construction site from before. Alright, Mia will probably tell me. Not murder by dismemberance doesn't have happened there. Over there, at that damn construction site. Did something happen there long ago? Something sure did. A grand battle. There were sit-ins and demonstrations. It was a bit different from what I wanted to hear, but it said it listened just the same. It was our land that was going to be sunk into the dam reservoir. I would have fought as well, probably. The government guys were really adamant about it, acting all big and full of themselves. Since they figured out that they couldn't settle it with money, they did a bunch of nasty stuff. They were nasty guys. Mayan spoke excitedly as if the whole thing was happening right in front of her. I'm amazed you guys won. You were facing the federal government, right? The mayor and prominent figures in the village all signed the petitions. They went to Tokyo and struck deal with legislators, and as a result, the development plan was retracted. It was our complete victory. There wasn't any violence, was there? Like assaults or murders? None. She promptly cut me off. Same as Rena had. Her were signaled in the discussion. Tomitake-san said one arm was found in that incident. I thought that murder with dismemberment had occurred, but I guess I was wrong. My curiosity unsatiated, I sighed dejectedly inside. Later, see you tomorrow. Gi-chan, you can't wash that off until you get home, got it? I got it, I won't. Mian held back her laughter while stealing glances at my face. I wonder what kind of nasty doodles they drew. Damn you, Mian, you shall rue this day. If our roles are ever reversed, I'm going to slap it on. All over your face so you'll be able to take it off, even with a scoring pad. Arriving home, I straight to my mom, embarrassing myself yet again. The mood I came home to was already on edge. It's not an uncommon thing in our family. Whenever Dad can't come up with a good idea, it always ends like this. He stumps around the house with his arms crossed. Mom whispered into my ear, "Welcome home, Kichi. Dad's in a bit of a rut right now, don't bother him. Don't push. Okay, well, he can't come up with a new idea. That's because the deadlines are so close together this time. Your dad needs time to recharge, which doesn't work as well. Dad's paintings feed our entire family. If he runs out of ideas, and it's the end of the bears. Oh, so he's a painter, like an artist. I thought he was a painter, like, he paints buildings and houses and stuff like that. We never gone hungry before. Could it be that my dad is a master painter? Wouldn't it be easier to get an idea taking a walk outside rather than wandering around the house? The theme of the piece this time is in the household, so it seems your dad wants to use his house as a motive. That's quite a bothersome motive. Kichi, pick up your room, it looks terrible. Sorry, I'll clean it up later. Oh, come on, please don't use my room as the motive. Kichi, there's still some time before dinner, so please go take a walk out back or something. His bad mood is only temporary. As soon as he gets an idea, his mood improves and he starts humming. Until then, it would be a bad idea to just go take a walk, so I don't aggravate him further. Well, I guess I will then. Okay, well, whatever. It'd be nice if we could see his mother and father in sprite form, but whatever. I said I was going to take a walk, but I didn't have any particular destination in mind. I also looked it up. Apparently, this visual novel was from 2002, 2003, something like that. So, it's a fairly old visual novel, so, I just needed to kill some time. I got out on my bike and pondered where to go. I could just go to the bookstore, but it would take about an hour by bike to get to town. It would be dark by the time I got back, so I didn't want to go. Unless I had to. I'm sorry, guys, I'm a little sleepy. The roads at nights here and he's gonna creep me out. Immune Satoka found out about that. I smiled wearily. Oh yeah. Reno was probably still at the mountain of treasure at the damn construction site. The evacuation on Colonel Sin was probably taking her a while. It wouldn't be so bad to have her owe me one. She might return the favor next time with club activities. With a little bit of self-interest in myself towards the damn construction site. Tomitake's son might as well be there. Be there as well. The only person with information about the incident that both Rena and me did I know anything about. If I meet him again, I looked to ask him for more details. To ask was there really dismemberment here in Hinamizawa? That was my real intention. Probably was, to be honest, and it was hiding it because it was some kind of curse or something. I don't know. It's always like that. Can we just skip there, please? And just take these random low-quality pictures. Take it from an old 2001 camera or something. Okay, I spotted Rena struggling up on the slope of the garbage pile. It looked like the Colonel Sanders was lodged in there pretty firmly. It didn't look like would be able to evacuate it by him by herself. Because at the time Take-san wasn't around, I began climbing up the slope unsteadily. Hey, Rena, looks like you're working up a sweat. Whoa, Hichi-kan. What brings you to a place like this? A place like this, I see she was aware of it at least. I received a signal for emergency assistance at the accident site. Where is the injured party? Huh? Accident? Huh? But there was a poor Colonel Sanders was buried alive in the trash pile. I don't know that you scared me. Don't frighten me like that, Kichi-kun. I was just kidding. I thought you might be struggling by yourself, so I came to help you out. You came for me? How? Well, I filled my quota for today. If I don't see Rena blush at least once a day, then I'm not getting my daily required nutritional intake. Just kidding, you're embarrassing me now. So, huh? What part was a joke? What part was I just ignored her bewilderment? Okay, now move out of the way. So where's this Colonel Sanders? Sorry. Can't you see him in that gap? He's really buried in there. The Colonel Sanders was sideways, buried by boards and other construction materials like they were caging him inside. Couldn't Arena wasn't like this yesterday. It seemed as though another legal dumper came yesterday, dumped again, now he's buried like this. You're trying to move this pile by yourself? With those scrawny arms? There's no way she'll be able to do that with her slender arms. But Colonel Sanders is so cute. There's a chin on the Colonel Sanders at the store. This one, though, I should be able to take this one home. If Rena gave up this Colonel Sanders, she'll probably start devising and planning to steal the one from the store. As Rena's guardian, I won't allow her to sully her hands with crime. Either way, I'll do it. He blushed again, but this time I left it alone. The pile was enormous. Also, the more days we wasted, the more likely another legal dumping would occur. If I got buried any deeper, there would be nothing that could be done. Richie said, I'll help too, let me help. You just get in the way, so stay back. Pulling out scrapes, spinning them, tossing them aside. I quickly became covered in sweat and dust. Fine objects drew beautiful arcs across the twilight sky, one after another. Lumber, timber, plywood. Damn it. No matter how much I threw out, there was still more. Even though I could see Colonel Sanders right there. After ground standing like that in front of me, I felt frantic because of how little I had progressed. I was going to lose I need an axe or saw or something. That's enough, Kichi-kun. You're so sweaty. You don't have to try so hard. I'm just waiting for you, Rena. Don't worry about it. Rena began sputtering and turned beet red. Now, whoops, I've been sales trying my best so as to keep her from becoming a criminal. Oh, well. Yeah, whatever. I guess I just need a break. This is pretty tough. I sprawled my back over the grassy slope. I'm so sorry. You're covered in sweat. Rena patted her handkerchief against my forehead. It felt pretty nice. I'm gonna wait here a minute, okay? My house is pretty close. I'll bring you some barley tea, okay? Or barley. Leaving a handkerchief on my forehead, Rena took off running. The cries of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. After I was certain that Rena was gone, I picked up myself and headed towards what I discovered earlier. That was a garbage pile, magazines and newspapers bound up in twine. Unless I'm mistaken, I believe it was around here. There it was. There was a bundle of stacks of not so reputable tabloids. They were stacked chronologically going back quite a few years. It was quite a disturbing incident. It seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms, you see. It was just a stomach, like he said, and undoubtedly there would be a mention of the murder. These are troubled times. There is no end to these incidents. There's a large part of society drawn in by these incidents as well. So it had to be recorded somewhere. I unfastened these packages and opened the rain-soaked pages carefully, looking over the table of contents. Not here. Next one. Not here. Next one. It was hard to search since I didn't know when it happened. I didn't know who the perpetrator or the victim was either. I only knew it happened here. I looked up every so often, checking to see if Rena had come back or not. I wouldn't want to see me gawking at a dirty magazine, but it wasn't just that. Both Rena and Mia said they didn't know, but it had happened without a doubt. As long as their Tamataki-san wasn't lying, then if both Rena and Mia, yeah, there it was. They had just said that, then I wouldn't have gotten so hung up on it. An incident that neither Rena or Mia which talked about. Turned uncover after they tried to conceal it. I have good intentions. Then I feel like I was acting against my friends. He and Emma saw our damn worker lynching murder by dismemberment. Here it was. Yes. The feature article was in the back and it seemed like there was a photograph in color pages at the front. The pages of the feature article were stuck together and weren't easy to open. Rena could return at any moment. Feeling rushed, I gave up and opened the photograph page. The police investigators were carrying a body bag and newspaper reporters were all bathing in it, camera flashes. The image was blurry and hard to understand, but I could definitely make out the headlines. A tragic nightmare Hina was our construction site, lynching and murder/dismemberment. The victim was a site foreman. He had assaulted his assailants daily with an explosive backlash from his silly actions. It's a horrible image to see the site foreman as. It happened. It really did happen. It seemed the details were on the next page. I turned around the page without pausing. On it was the assailant butchered the victim's body with hatchets and pickaxes. Then he used an axe to split the cadaver into 6 pieces: the head, arms, legs, and torso. I could understand just from that it was just too terrible an incident. Normally a lynching is just an assault and murder, right? Dismemberment with hatchets and pickaxes, that wasn't a lynching. It was a merciless killing to a letter, a brutal murder done by a group of people with hatchets, with the pickaxes, with an axe. They probably murdered the person who was in charge of doing this whole damn thing, and that's why no one's talk about it. Eeks, sorry. Did I startle you? Then I dropped the axe. She was holding onto the grass after being startled by my voice. You see earlier, yeah, you said it would help if you had an axe, didn't you? This is something I brought next for you from the shed. Rena fluttered her arms in panic, continued to explain and apologize. It seemed I'd been glaring at her pretty intensely. I'm sorry, I guess Brooks went a bit overboard. No, I'm sorry as well. I'm sorry. Night was drawing close. I was pretty worn out and waiting hard to do the rest tomorrow. This didn't look like we could break it without us being without an axe. You're right, after all, I have to borrow it tomorrow, alright? Okay. Why do you look so glum? Tomorrow I'll be digging out Colonel Sanders, right? You're right, haha. I only want to take Colonel Sanders home soon. You both knew that was useless to apologize any more than that. I quenched my thirst, the barley tea, and I brought it and whipped out my sweat that had now gone cold. He took the path to head home. I felt quite guilty about the tabloid wrapped up in my jacket. Okay, well I wouldn't, because they're trying to hide shit from me, so, bro, you gotta find that out, man. I guess that's the end of another section of this chapter. Or another paragraph, another page, something. You will see the new tips. The Hinasama Dam Project Special Tabloid Report. Okay, view all tips. We're a mixed grade. Okay, what's this doing? I don't know why this is happening, but why? Yeah, well, anyways, guys, I'm going to end the video here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to try and get out of this real quick. Okay. Oops, I paused this after ending it.